Well, there's been a lot of sports writers flapping their yaps about us getting soft.
Stepping on your own dick.
Doing the thing here.
What? This is where men are men and the boys stay on the side and watch what's going on.
What?
In the world of wrestling, the fans can react however they want.
And there is no one that does it better.
Getting color commentary.
The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Let's fucking go.
So, releases. It is a
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, sad music.
It is a sad day indeed, because we no longer have Valhalla.
We'll never see Michael Cole do the antler thing again.
Yeah,
Tiki Rob is having a meltdown right now that he'll never see his precious Sarah Logan again.
Well, not on WWE at least.
I mean, from the sound of what she wrote, it seems like she was like, all right, well, I'm just going to stay at home and do my thing here.
Well, which is what she's been doing.
Well, yeah.
And again, like that CBB interview with her husband, very clear they're very much enjoying their farm homestead and saying, fuck all the reality.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she lives on that property.
She lives on a farm, yeah.
Well, no, but I think that like on the property, I think it's like her, Ruby Riott, and some other folks. Or Ruby Riott and her husband, whose name escapes me, who was...
Are they into Viking shit, too?
No.
Oh, okay. That's weird. So there's like the Viking house and then like the normie fucks?
I mean...
I'm pretty sure that I'm right about that.
Punky.
So there's a punk house and a long house?
Uh-huh.
Those are basically the same things.
But yeah, like, she specifically stated that in the statement that she made about her release was... Like, this business allotted me the opportunity to own land, and I really appreciate that. And I'm gonna be a farmer. Like, I'm gonna live on my farm and fucking.
It's pretty sick out here.
Yeah,
not coming back. Go fuck yourself, politely.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one, not too cool.
No, it's not cool.
Carlito.
Yes.
Yeah.
He gone.
They're spending too much money on apples.
Yeah.
Apples are expensive. The tariff on apples these days is insane.
Yeah, the state of Washington, what do you do?
Okay.
Oh, it's them Fuji apples.
So, Sarah Logan, no big shocker in the aspect.
No.
She's not on TV. She hasn't been for months. There's nothing really.
Right.
She's not in any major storyline, doing nothing. Carlito, you're on TV every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
as
tracks.
a bit player.
So there's a reason this tracks for me is he just won a championship belt in Puerto Rican wrestling.
Well, sure.
He's their fucking big dude right now.
Well, that's
hey,
his...
I need to commit to this.
His father's
Carlos
promotion?
Colon.
Yeah. But, like, I feel like that...
The Prince Inherent has been crowned.
Sure. Well, like that...
He must go run his kingdom now.
I feel like that is a...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's done it before.
Yeah. Cool.
I feel like that means that he had an idea that this was definitely coming. I wish they had done something to write him off. You know?
No, because he can come back for a pop.
Well, sure.
Right.
But, like, just the whole, like, oh, he's here, everything's normal, and then tonight on Raw, like, he had 2 weeks left of his fucking, on his contract.
Right. He's
tonight. Sure. But tonight on Raw, there was no mention of him.
I mean, Dominic was wearing
Dominic
a shirt.
wore a shirt. It's not a mention.
That was cool.
And, like, his fucking PlayStation's gone. That whole bit is probably over. They might bring it back. Who knows? But, like there should be something saying something. And not just everybody acting like he never existed.
Look, you can only have so many people in a faction. And if I got to lose Carlito for Roxanne Perez, get that apple-eating motherfucker out of here.
Yeah,
Heard.
But have that conversation on air. You employ writers.
But look at all the intrigue. Look at all the intrigue.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
I'm sure they'll offer him a Legends contract. I don't know if he'll ever be in the Hall of Fame. I could see them inducting the family into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if
Family?
his family, like his brother, who was, wrestled for WWE also.
I did not know that.
His father, Carlos Colon, who he might be in, but I'm not sure. Hey, guy that does the things, if you hear this,
Do the thing.
And the big one,
Abadon. Crazy. I follow them on socials.
I mean, I liked Abadon.
I follow them on socials. They're a bit fun.
Yeah.
But that bit'll find work.
they'll show up.
Oh, yeah.
The NXT will snatch them up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or Evolve or something. Yeah. Give Wendy Chu another weirdo to hang out with.
Yeah.
True that.
Maybe.
Wendy Chu, if you're looking for weirdos to hang out with, hit us up.
Yeah.
All right, now the real
Now the real big one.
You like that curveball?
the truth of the matter here. The our truth of the matter.
The bullshit.
Dude.
Our truth.
What
People
the
are
fuck?
pissed.
I'm pissed because I'm confused and I'm hurt.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why. But why?
We figured he was a lifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wow, it's weird to
I
say
mean-
this. I think if Vince was still there, our truth would have a job.
Oh, yeah.
No,
He always promised-
If Vince was still there, this would be a work.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, like,
This is the work of, and we just signed Ron Cena or Ron Killings.
we've seen this happen several times already with TKO, where not on-screen talent, but employees that were considered to be quote-unquote lifers
Yeah.
have just been fired over the last couple of years, and I never
I mean,
saw it happening.
Is it not
with,
the most WWE thing to do to go, nice handshake deal? Mind if I shit on it?
Yeah. Like,
They said I
It's-
have a job forever. Oh, that was nice of them. Hi, we're not them.
I want to know when they made this decision. You know?
Well, according to Uncle Dave over at the Wrestling Observer Radio,
So you know this is true.
of course it's true. They were business decisions Triple H made after recent free agent signings and call-ups.
Okay.
Which does,
No, it
let's
makes
be
sense.
fair. If you're bringing up people, business is business. No matter
course.
what the business is. If you got
Was Axiom that expensive?
Well, it's weird because apparently this off subject, but slightly on. So there was a rumored draft that was supposed to take place, and at the draft they were going to bring up Roxanne Perez, Axiom, and a couple of people that are going to come up, like
Right.
Jordan Grace, Stephanie Vacour was one of them. They figured,
Jordan Grace is supposed to be Friday.
yep, Jordan Grace was supposed to sign the main roster. So I get that if you have to bring in people, you have to make the money to have these people, and that's fucking business.
Trimming the fat.
But at the cost
Could
of
be just for now.
At the cost of that, something you wanted to talk about, which just kind of segues into perfectly. I don't know what our true salary is. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that realistically, he probably gets $500,000 a year from them.
Probably.
He's been there long enough. He's probably worked his way up to $500,000 a year.
Are you assuming WWE has like a 10-year process?
Put it this way: when I know that Roman Reigns is getting, I'm just making up numbers per se, that if he gets 1.7 million per year, Seth Rollins is making 1.2, 1.3. That's just any job. Fucking the higher up in the company you're worth, the more money you're going to make. So I would say that Ron Simmons.
I would guess he gets rights to merch.
Damn.
He makes like somewhere between 80 and 120 a year, but expenses paid, flight,
Nope.
travel, all that.
They don't do that for anybody unless you're like the fucking Undertaker. You still pay for all your travel, all your
Yeah.
shit. That's why they probably give him half a mil. Like Bailey, that only gets like 400 grand or like 350. Like it's crazy, like how it works.
Disrespect. Damn.
That being said, who do you think they could get rid of? And you said let's give 3 people
Right.
that you could have got rid of instead of R-Truth or Carlito for that matter.
Instead of?
I don't know about instead of, but like I felt like it was more like, who do we feel like is next?
Yeah.
Like who isn't being used by the company properly?
The problem there is R-Truth was getting used by the company properly.
Yeah.
Carlito was, for all intents and purposes, being used by the company properly.
Had
he
a
was
weekly reoccurring role.
He wrestled. If he didn't wrestle, he was outside of the ring or had a backstage 2 or 3 backstage segments.
But yeah, like who's the
number one for me is Bailey is next if this continues.
I mean, I'm right there with you. Like I am afraid for Bailey. With the way that they've been treating her the last couple of years.
Yeah. Ripping her off of posters and shit.
And like completely just straight writing her off of WrestleMania. We know that like she's spoken about complications from her last injury and it being like pretty private,
disclosed.
Yeah, and pretty private information that she's not ready to discuss. We don't know exactly what that entails. Like,
again, this is the thing I always try to keep in mind. WWE's "we're not renewing yous" and all that stuff aren't forever goodbyes. Yeah, we've seen so many people bounce straight back.
Oh yeah, like even when somebody gets
now,
fired,
we have a role for you. You know who'd be perfect for this.
I mean, I'm surprised that fucking Carlito got as long as he did, because they brought him back for Backlash, 2023?
Right, and he wasn't really wrestling for
a
long time.
But like, they brought him back for like that spot with in the Bad Bunny match with fucking Damian Priest. The fans went ape shit for him.
I mean, we love him over here, but they fucking love him over there.
And then they were like, oh, well, like, you get those kinds of pops, like, all right, sure. But then they didn't really do anything with him other than have him be a kind of background role character.
I mean, but maybe that's what he signed up for.
Maybe.
I didn't read his contract. Again, like I keep telling Cora Jade, it's an acting job. If you don't want to do the scene, you don't get the job. And it's not because it's mean. It's because do the fucking scene.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. Well, cool.
Well, then, yeah, you can't work on my fucking TV show.
We said we wanted you to put on more muscle. You didn't.
Yeah. Anybody else you guys think?
Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair?
I'm not going to disagree with that because I can actually see her right now just rolling over into normal acting, television, something like that.
Sure?
Reality style.
I don't know. I feel like Bianca Belair's got...
What'd you do this week?
Too much drawing power. Her hand is broken.
What'd you do last week?
Her hand's been broken.
Well, she cut a promo on
She
SmackDown. That was good. She reignited the Jade Naomi stuff. She doesn't want to be involved still, which is fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird stance to take when, like, your friend threw a fucking car.
But, like, she's still fucking women's champion material.
Of course. But I think she's fine. She's fine. To, like, step off and act or maybe do some movies. I don't know.
I don't see them doing that.
Right.
You know?
Omos?
Way more likely.
Yeah. Yeah.
From what I've been hearing, he's been killing it in the short amount of time that he spent in Japan, he was doing really well over there.
Yeah.
And then they pulled him out of that, and he's just been doing nothing here.
I mean, he's got his own fucking things to do. He's part of, like, anime clubs and fucking meet and greets and all this other stuff. He's getting around.
All right.
Yeah.
I meant, wrestling-wise.
Right.
Like, WWE wise.
Right. He still gets to sell that he's fucking Omos.
Yeah.
Sabu.
I mean, I'd fire him, too.
Yeah. He hasn't been showing up.
Again, man, I could think of a grip of people. I really could.
Right.
What are they doing with Tama Tonga or Tonga Loa right now?
Paying for them to get better.
I mean,
Again, I don't know what their contracts look like. The Bloodline story was pretty important. That contract might have been good.
yeah, maybe. But yeah, I'd say Tongaloa is pretty ripe for a release.
Yeah, but you have to bring it back and let's see him Punk break his other arm.
Or, and I'll stop and let you guys go. You do the double whammy. Jimmy and Naomi.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
They could tag team in another promotion easy. They make good money.
I mean,
We
yeah,
don't
of
have
course.
to have the entire bloodline in WWE.
No, we do not. I mean, we've started
Also
pulling in
because-
people who aren't even related.
Also, the family tree's its own construct.
It's a
let's
little
say.
convoluted.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that Jimmy would fucking go to AEW. Like, they would pay him what he's worth.
Yeah, they don't have anyone doing really lousy super kicks.
I mean,
If you could see the look I'm giving this man right now.
Wait, you think Jimmy Uso does really good super kicks?
no,
No, but
he thinks he's seen some pretty bad.
I was like, obviously you don't watch Young Bucks matches.
Oh, the Young Bucks are on fire right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're doing good right now.
Our founding fathers.
Yeah, New Japan rebuilt them. Yeah, heads up for a Nick Wayne return.
Ooh.
They gonna,
Yay.
Yeah, I don't
They're
know.
gonna face him.
I don't know. But if they do release more people, I mean, well, it's fucking Natty, but she just signed a new contract.
And Natty can work wherever she wants.
Yeah,
I think
that don't
didn't
matter.
she?
Natty work wherever she wants.
Releasing them, but like so far, all of these people are just we're not renewing your contract.
Right.
So you know,
Natty has like a weird spotty I can work for anyone contract anyway, so like it's not really a loss that they're not using her. 'cause
well, she
it's
can
like,
work for.
It's like pay per performance, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So like, no, well, we're not using you, so you don't get any money, so it costs us nothing to keep you on payroll.
And I do actually want to mention the thing about apparently the Miz unfollowed WWE
I probably will like unfollow or unfriend you, and it's nothing personal.
and removed all mentions of them from his social media. Right after R-Truth was released.
That is pretty crazy.
And you guys apparently told me that Gunther did something similar to that
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
I had not heard about that.
Gunther removed pretty much everything that he's posted on Twitter back to 2022.
Gunther's my top roster guy that I would be like a curveball.
That would be crazy.
You know what? We literally can't do anything new with you, and it's boring already. Bye.
But yeah, he removed everything other than posts about his wife.
Right, because she's sweet.
That is really weird.
Right, it makes
Like-
all of this worse. Because why? Because why? Mm-hmm. Why?
Like,
Just say
do
why.
you think that they would release The Miz?
I mean, sure.
I mean,
Again.
if they're gonna release R-Truth, then The Miz could be gone.
Yeah.
On a reel, it'll sound whatever, but the older you are, the longer you've been there, it's time to worry. If you're not a major
Sure.
star.
Well, also look at the constructs TKO has set up. Like all these training camps, they're like move into secondary training camp, into rookie wrestling, into amateur, into pro. You know, like that's going to cause waves of people doing this from now on.
I mean, that's what this is.
We're bringing people up. They're starting to pull up the Evolve people. They're starting to pull up the LFG people. You know, it's like, hey, we have to fucking
Yeah.
make some room.
Again, if you look at it, this is the first time since the original big call up of NXT where they have the talent down there where they could legitimately restart the main roster just by bringing people up and keeping 4 to 5 fucking.
Oh yeah, they could do
yeah.
a full NXT reset again. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
but again for the main roster too. Just when Charlotte came in, when Bayley came, and Sasha, when everybody started coming up, the Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
when they cool. Here's all your new stars. We kept focus on Cena, this person, this person, this person.
Yeah. Again, it's how that's gonna work.
And WWE,
we're not even going to pretend draft about it anymore.
WWE had that in place, not TKO. Lucky for TKO to come in and be like, oh, you already have a structure that works for this business? Awesome. We'll keep that exactly how it is.
Yeah, great.
We give you an apartment near the fucking performance center. We pay for that. We give you $500 a week, and fucking we provide you with your meals and this and that. Cool.
Right.
That's what you get.
This is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, how many more people that are just like mind-boggling that they would be released?
What if the cost of Joe Hendry was R-Truth? Do we want to find this out?
I mean, I don't know.
This hurts my heart. No. Anyway, stoner thoughts.
Do you think...
What are they paying Titus O'Neil these days?
Yeah.
He's doing good work.
In the ring?
No, not in the fucking ring. He never did good work in the ring.
Damn.
Like Jimmy Carter.
Well, there was that one match.
I would pay to watch that match.
Jimmy Carter versus Titus O'Neil?
Yeah.
Because that was...
Smashed him in his peanuts. You know that guy only had peanut jokes.
We hope everybody lands on their feet.
Yeah.
I mean...
Do you think R-Truth is going to go anywhere else?
Like insert this...
I don't...
slowly becoming famous Matt Cardona quote of how to get back on your fucking feet and reinvent yourself. You know, the 3 things you can do. Fuck. Yeah. There's 3 things you can do.
Change your gear, change your attitude, and...
Or start an OnlyFans and say, I may be a bitch, but look at this ass.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I'm starting some shit.
Do you think
No.
R-Truth would be a boon for AEW?
No.
No?
I don't think that kind of comedy would do well in AEW.
What if...
I think AEW's comedy is Okada.
Sure. What if he came in as completely different and he joined the Hurt Syndicate?
Sure.
Nah.
He had to put down MJF first.
Dude.
Boo this man.
Shame on me.
Yeah.
Even when I was like, make sure my phone's off. Anything else?
No, on that, it's a tragedy. And why?
Yeah.
Tell me fucking why.
I just wish that there was story attached to it.
Wait for it.
John Cena broke his heart. He couldn't come back.
He seemed pretty determined to save his childhood hero last week.
Maybe he will. Exactly.
Yeah.
Last week, prominent role,
Hey.
main event status type shit.
R-Truth.
Bye.
Is this hustle, loyalty, or respect? Let me know in the comments below.
It's definitely not loyalty.
No. I don't know. Again, this could easily be a work. It would be fun if it's a work.
That would be interesting.
I don't. No matter what the outcome, if this is a work, it's like when Snoop Dogg quit smoking. You remember that broke the fucking internet? Everyone's like, "What?" He's like, "Because I used to smoke those fireplaces while I smoke joints."